Imagine you are standing in a line, unable to move or turn around. This is a game of high stakes, a puzzle where your very life hangs in the balance. A silent guard places a hat on your head, its color a mystery to you. It is either black or white, a simple 50-50 chance, with an impossibly high cost for guessing wrong. This is the setup for one of the most famous logic puzzles ever devised, a riddle so deceptively simple in its telling, but profoundly complex in its solution, that only 1% solve it, without help. A line of prisoners must guess their own hat color, or face a terrible fate. The scene is one of quiet tension and palpable fear. A long line of prisoners, perhaps 100, stretches from one end of a grim room to the other, all facing the same direction. Each prisoner can see the hats of every single person standing in front of them, black dots, white dots, leading to the far wall. They cannot see their own hat, nor the hats behind. To solve this daunting puzzle, we must first understand the exact rules of engagement. The conditions are strict. Any deviation would make the plan collapse. First, the prisoners are arranged in a single file line, all facing forward. This formation is crucial. It creates a hierarchy of information. The person at the very back can see everyone else. The person at the very front can see no one at all. Each person in between can only see the hats of those ahead. It creates a cascade of decreasing visual data from back to front. Second, the hats themselves are simple. There are only two possible colors, black, white. There is no way of knowing the distribution beforehand. It could be all black hats, all white hats, or any random combination in between. The guard places the hats without revealing the color. No prisoner can rely on patterns or probabilities. They must work only with what they can observe and what they can hear. Third, the questioning process is rigid and unforgiving. The prisoner's survival hinges on a clever system of communication, a plan that turns the first prisoner's guess into vital data for everyone else. The strategy does not rely on complex mathematics, but on a simple concept everyone can agree upon: parity. Before the line is formed, all the prisoners agree on a code. They decide that one color, let's say white, will communicate whether the number of hats of a specific color is even or odd. For our example, they will focus on counting the white hats. The first speaker's role is not to save himself, but to save everyone else. Here is the first step of the logical ladder. He can see all the hats in front of him. His task is to count the number of white hats he sees. If he counts an even number of white hats, he will say the word white. If he counts an odd number of white hats, he will say the word black. This first declaration is the cornerstone of the entire plan. Flowchart. It establishes the parity, the evenness or oddness, of the white hats visible to the first speaker. This prisoner has a 50% chance of survival, as his own hat color is unknown to him. Now, we move to the second step of the ladder with the next prisoner in line. This prisoner has heard the first prisoner's declaration and sees all hats ahead. Let's test this strategy with a small-scale example. Imagine 5 prisoners whom we will name A, B, C, D, and E, from back to front. The guard places the hats, resulting in this random arrangement: a black, B white, C white, D black, E white. The code: if the count of white hats is even, say white; if odd, say black. Prisoner A sees 3 white hats, B, C, and E, so A says black. This single word becomes crucial data. B heard black, odd. B sees 2 whites ahead, so his own must be white. C heard A, black, and B, white, sees 1 white ahead, so C must be white. D accounts for 2 whites behind and 1 ahead, still odd, so D is black. E hears 2 whites total so far. To keep the original odd, E is white. All 5 prisoners live. This strategy transforms independent guesses into a single, interconnected logical system. The first prisoner's statement, while a gamble for himself, is a factual parity announcement about what he sees. That single bit of data anchors the entire deductive chain. Each new announcement becomes a known variable for the next, dominoes falling in a predictable sequence. Tip: always look for the constant. In this riddle, it is the first parity call. Could there be an even better first announcement?